What if everything you have been taught about reality is backwards? Not slightly off, completely inverted. And that might sound like philosophy, but in many ways it actually begins with physics. Here's something science has confirmed, but most people really stop to think about. Atoms, the building blocks of everything, are mostly empty space with tiny regions of concentrated energy. What we experience as solid matter is mostly movement, mostly vibration. The body you are sitting in right now, the sound hitting your ears, the chair beneath you, all of it the same fundamental stuff, just vibrating at different frequencies. So when I say everything is energy, I'm not speaking metaphorically, I'm speaking literally. And if everything is made from the same fundamental energy, then something interesting follows. Reality might not be a collection of separate things. It might be one continuous field expressing itself in different forms. A simple example helps make this cleaner. Think about ice, water, and steam. Three completely different experiences. Ice is rigid and solid, water flows and adapts. Steam is light, subtle, almost invisible, yet they are not different substances. They are the same molecule, H2O. The only difference is energy. Add energy and ice becomes water. Add more energy and water becomes steam. Same substance, different expression. Reality may work in a similar way. Matter, energy, even consciousness are not separate categories, but different states of the same underlying thing. Now this leads to a deeper question. If everything ultimately comes from the same source, where does the sense of I come from? Where does the feeling of being a separate individual arise? One way to understand this is through three stages. The first stage is simply I am, pure awareness, before identity, before personality, just the basic recognition of existence. Awareness aware of itself. The second stage is I am this. Now awareness begins to identify, or perspective forms. A sense of individuality emerges, what many traditions refers to as the soul, a unique expression of awareness, not separate from the whole but experiencing itself as a particular point of view. And the third stage is I am this and that. Now awareness expresses itself through form, a body, a personality, a life story that you might have. Physical reality becomes the outer expression of the consciousness. And this leads to a very different way of looking at reality. Most of us grow up believing that the physical world comes first, that matter exists independently and consciousness somehow appears inside it. But what if consciousness is actually the foundation? Imagine reality like a set of concentric circles. At the center is physical reality, the world of objects and matter. But that circle sits inside something larger, the world of perception, thought, awareness, which means something subtle but powerful. Your experience of reality always passes through consciousness first. Your beliefs influence how you interpret events. Your mindset shapes how the world appears to you. Not because you magically control everything, but because perception is never neutral. Consciousness is always part of the equation, and if everything ultimately comes from the same underlying energy, then separation may not be as absolute as it seems. The universe is not a collection of isolated things. It's more like one interconnected process, one system expressing itself in countless forms, including you. The same energy that forms stars forms your body. The same laws organizing galaxies are organizing the cells inside you right now. You're not separate from the universe. You are one expression of it. And when you look at reality this way, something interesting happens. Life stops feeling like a small accident inside a random universe. Instead, it begins to look something else entirely. A universe exploring itself, experiencing itself through billions of different perspectives, through different forms, through different lives, including yours. And maybe the most interesting question is not just what the universe is, but what it is becoming through you, through us, and through everyone.